in this search of where do I belong, I never felt I belonged to this world. And then when the spirituality came, I was, yeah, really feeling, yes, okay, this resonates much more. But every time in this field, there was something off. There was something like, I don't know. I'm recording this message to share again and again and again how important it is to stay in our heart space in the time that is coming, with deep changes, deep transformation, but also a lot of happenings that we will start seeing in the world, and a deep message. Many other channelers have the same message, that it's super, super, super important to stay in your heart and to have your tools and practices to come back in your heart no matter what is happening in the world outside of you, because this is all distraction from really going back to love and really understanding that we are in a big awakening with the world. This is really happening. So don't let yourself be distracted by everything you see, you hear, even everything you feel, because there will be so many energy shifts, there will be so much collective fear coming up. But this is not who you truly are, and this is not the reality where we are shifting towards. And by staying in your heart space and coming back there every time, again and again and again, this is how you can help the world in this transformation, and how you can help the world in this awakening. I'm really letting go of the old. We are shifting in much higher vibrations again, less density, and it's just a matter of time before we are ready to completely go back into this spirit realm and into the higher vibrational frequency that your soul truly comes from, and my soul comes from. Um, yes, but there will be lots of distractions, so it's really important that we remind ourselves and each other to not become distracted about that and go into those dense energies, but to really, really remember who you are and why you are here, because you know why you are here. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here watching this video. Deep inside, you know. And of course, I also, for me, and what I hear and see from a lot of people in the world around me, there will be coming up so many thoughts, so many voices, and it looks like they will become a little bit more strong because of the collective field that it's purging everything now. And this purging is happening to create new space for us to shift into this different realm again. And when I'm listening to some channels, this is what I always feel, and I feel this is true. But of course, there is also a part that I can feel comes up that is so programmed in our system many generations long to kind of make all of this look unreal and like it's an illusion. But we are remembering now again that everything you experience from the inside and you can create with your imagination. And yeah, there is so much more than for a long time we realized. And probably you as a sensitive being when you were watching this video, you always felt and you always knew there is so much more. And maybe if you think back of your childhood, you will also really having memories of that. I mean, when I was a little girl, I was really always with animals, and they were so connected with me, and I was so connected with them. And in a way, I was able to bring harmony with all different kinds of animals together, like insects, and then my hamster, together with the dog, together with the rooster. And it just, they were all just doing this. Because I was so in my pure vibration, and I was so in this true state of being, in this pure love, because that's who you are. And we are going back again to a world that is vibrating from love. And we are breaking through all of these. Because even when I'm saying this, I'm super aware of all of these like voices that are there. Like, are you crazy? And the fears, that are just put up on. But it's time to break out of that now, and to really have your tools to bring you back into this heart space, and to go through this every time again and again and again. Because by being in your pure vibration from your heart, this is how you share the energy in the world around you, and how you truly help to shift this vibration, and to create this remembrance in a field that a lot of other people can tap into that. And together we are remembering again of who we truly are. And I was listening to another channel from Alunya, and also from messages that I received from connecting with Source, is that we are in a different stage of awakening again, like the second awakening. You hear people talk about that as well. And what this means is, and this is so beautiful that now I get like more the clear words around it, because I always felt this, and maybe you recognize this, that you never really fitted in the more dense world, the dense reality of the 3D world, and the world of having to go to school, having to work, having to fit in these boxes and this programming. And then in the last like years, the spiritual world became like, we shifted into a more spiritual realm again, and there was more awareness coming in the spirituality. And this is like growing and growing. So in the beginning, I remember when I had my first moment that I became aware again, and took the first steps towards living a life more aligned with my heart. I also started experiencing that even also in the spiritual world, I wasn't feeling that it fit me either. So it made me really confused, because and like deeply lonely for many years. Because in this search of where do I belong, I never felt I belonged to this world. And then when the spirituality came, I was, really feeling, yes, okay, this resonates much more. But every time in this field, there was something off. There was something like, I don't know. Do you recognize that? And I still had the feeling I was an alien in that field, because the things that were said, I was like, I actually see and feel it differently, but I was not completely. that it was integrated enough that I really stood into this and like stepped out with this different way of seeing it and this different way of knowledge. And I really experienced that there was still a lot of dividing that didn't resonate with me, because I was like, okay, I researched so many things and experienced so many different ways of seeing reality, but in every way I kind of also sensed that there was this feeling of this is the way. And then sometimes I went into that and kind of like, oh, some things resonate, so yes. But then every time I came back again to no, but it's not only the way. And then I started experiencing something else again that was like, but this and this and this. And the second stage of awakening that we are now going in is to really deeply, deeply integrate this feeling and this compassion and this unconditional love for everyone's unique path, and the understanding that there is not one way, because there are so many different unique expressions from the divine that is being expressed through you, through me, through all different beings here on earth. And by dividing things into this is right and this is wrong, or this is, yeah, you just still contribute into the separation. And the second stage of awakening is that when you wake up to this different reality and you really find your way in it, and you really start figuring out like what is your way that fits you, and that's different for everyone, because every soul has a different journey and unique things this soul wants to learn to be able to expand and to grow. And yeah, the second stage of where we are going into now is to completely come back and stay within our hearts with deep love unconditionally for everyone's unique path, and to really tap into that energy, because that's what we are shifting in again with the whole world. And that's who you truly are. Who you truly are, separation doesn't exist. And of course, you will feel what resonates with you and what not. And I think this is a really natural way of being here on earth and having this duality and having this emotions and feelings that are communicating with you what is your path and guiding you towards what is your path. But to don't let it separate you again, and understand that everyone has his own unique guidance into his or her unique path. And still connect with each other in that way, with this deep understanding, with this deep love, and with this deep awe and wonder about everyone's path, and openness to learn from each other, and to, to, yeah, to learn from each other and to enjoy everyone's unique colors, and to see that that's your magical gift, and everyone brings their magical gift, and everyone brings their magical energy in the way that only you or the other person can do, and that no one else can bring. And that's why you are here, and that's why every single being is here. And to really come back into this oneness. And that starts with ourselves. That starts with ourselves, with welcoming ourselves to become aware of, hey, where are parts within you that are still going into this separation or are still having a judgment about someone else's path or someone else's choices or someone else's way of doing things. So to really shift in that, that's the awakening we are going in now. And you have a choice in every single moment for which reality you choose. And if you go into the second awakening for yourself by truly choosing for oneness, truly choosing for this unconditional love and understanding for each other. How does that feel if you watch this video? I love to hear if this resonates or if this creates resistance. And I can totally understand that it's maybe can feel vulnerable when you feel into that, because for me it brings up that for sure, because I'm really aware of holding on to, but this is the way, or this is the way, or, you know, kind of having a distraction of judging other people is a protection mechanism that many of us created in moments in our life when we weren't feeling safe. And for me, I really feel a lot of compassion for this part within myself, because I know that, yeah, to be able to stand and to survive in the world when we came here as like a really sensitive being and not knowing how to deal with this like totally different vibration like that, with so much density, with so much darkness, with so much suffering. Yeah, that we created these, and also these ways of, you know, going into this separation. And because also this is programmed onto us, and there are also dark forces who are wanting to keep us in the old vibration. So also to remember that when you have these feelings, it's not who you truly are. So this can be protection mechanisms that are built up, but also a lot of things that we pick up from the collective field. And that's why, again, it's super important, whatever happens in the upcoming months, in the upcoming years, to come back to your heart, to this deep remembrance, to this high vibration. Find your tools that bring you into that. And if you wish more support in this journey, I am here. So feel super welcome to message me. And more people are in this path, stepping out to bring support to each other, because only together we are creating this new reality. And that starts from within you, within me, within our hearts. And not letting us stop anymore by the fear, but really choosing for love in every moment. So I am here. If you wish more support, I can support you in different ways. We can have a call so we can meet each other. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here.